Okay, so I've gone over a handful of progressions to a side plank, but I think one side plank variation that is done very infrequently by most people, especially cyclists, is this um, adductor or inner thigh side plank variation that I think is actually a really good one for most cyclists to try and add into the routine. Just because when we think about it, those muscles don't get worked nearly as much as they probably should, and they are one of those muscles that is worked a fair bit on the bike and can get a lot of overload from that repetitive cycling motion and is not being utilized in the strength aspect. And so repetitive cycling, high endurance, high cadence for long periods of time, it's not necessarily the best thing for our muscles and our tendons. They tend to start to degenerate, break down a little bit more if they're not given that other high load aspect. And that's why I try and have people do at least a little bit of the off the bike training to maintain that going forward. So this side plank is a really good one, really challenging though. So kind of I'll show you the regression to it and the progression to it. So you'll need some sort of chair or something to put your leg up onto, something a little bit soft because it can be, if you do it on a hard surface, it won't feel very good. So you'll lie down on your side. You'll have the top leg bent with the knee up on there, and then the bottom leg can be bent or straight, doesn't really matter. And then all you're going to do is you're going to be on your elbow, lift yourself up. This bottom leg can help a little bit because this load onto this adductor here can be a lot for people. So holding this position, what I've talked about in other side planks is keep those hips forward. That's going to get more of that adductor muscle working. And then if you feel pretty good, you can lift that bottom leg, and then your progression would be lifting it up, maintain those hips forward the whole time. So that's number one. The other progression to it would be now just bringing that lever longer and longer. So I'll walk myself away a little bit, and I'll be legs straight, hips up. Again, that bottom leg can help initially bring those hips forward. And then as you feel better, that top leg can lift, maybe march. And that's a really challenging for that adductor muscle. That can help to increase that relative strength, that tendon strength, and just kind of help prevent for issues down the road. And again, it's one of those nice exercises because it does more than just this adduction strength. It also gives a lot of this shoulder strength, lateral core strength that is just good to continue to work on as a cyclist. So give this a shot.